Hello, Mac McBride here from the North Georgia Mountains. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about something called the body mass index. Most people have heard the terms body mass index, but they don't know what that really means. And put simply, the body mass index is just a way of defining your normal weight versus what makes up that weight, whether it be muscle, fat, bone, ligaments, etc. And the best way you can figure your body mass, if you don't have one of the online sites to do it for you, is to take your weight, multiply that by 703, then divide that by your height in inches squared. For example, I weigh 180 pounds. I multiply that times 703, and then I divide it by 68 inches times 68 inches. And that number comes up to be what my body mass index is. My body mass index today, I'll just read it here for you. Body mass index today is 27.5. Now for a person my age, height, and weight, I should have a body mass index of less than 25. Instead of weighing 180, I should weigh somewhere below 170, but probably not any lower than 163. What's interesting now about that is that my body fat content, I don't want to have more than 25% of my body as fat, but I've currently got 26.5%, which means I have a pretty good muscle ratio because that's at 32%. So I'm pretty close to normal on that, because you're looking for a 33%. So if I lose around 10 pounds and I make sure that I don't lose muscle but instead I lose fat, then I can get my body in better shape. I'll continue to increase my energy level and so forth. My history has been kind of rough the last, approximately 8 years. In the last 8 years, I've gone through several stent implants. I've gone through several angioplasties where they did the balloon to open the arteries. I've suffered from a swollen heart. You know, it's just been a long, tough road. I had a lot of surgery. Even last year I had a quadruple bypass. Since the quadruple bypass, they've had to go in and actually do another angioplasty to balloon one of the other arteries to keep it from closing down. So I have a hereditary disease called hardening of the arteries, or arterial sclerosis. My father died of that same disease at age 53. His brothers, his father, all the people in the family died early with heart disease. My sister died with heart disease. My mother died with heart attack. So it's pretty strong family history. And when I turned 62, I decided I better start learning something about good nutrition, because at that time I was also diagnosed as type 2 diabetic, had high blood pressure, had just lots of health issues that were diet related, because in my career I had traveled extensively for the work that I did. Never had a chance to really eat right, sat on airplanes, drove in cars, didn't get any exercise. And so I decided then if I wanted to live any longer, I'd already beaten the odds of the men in the family, but if I wanted to continue to live, I was going to have to do something. In other words, if I wanted things to get better, I was going to have to get better, wasn't I? So what I did is I learned about nutrition, and I did that by learning what my body numbers mean, the body numbers I just shared with you. Once I knew what my targets were, I could sort of have an eating plan that would give me a way to reach those numbers. Well, to make a long story short, in 6 months, right after I turned 62 years old, I was able to take off 50 pounds. I've kept it off for 6 years now, but given the fact that I still have that disease, which is not reversible, but I can certainly slow it down, I need to go to the next step now that I've had the bypass and a couple other things that needed to get out of the way before I could get back into an exercise program. So now that I have made the decision to reach my actual target body weight numbers, I'm going to start an exercise program. I've got an appointment tomorrow, November the 17th, I believe it is, 18th, whichever it is, to talk to a fitness trainer who is certified in healthcare, in muscle structure, and in all the equipment that I'll need to use at our local college here, which is called Young Harris College. I'll be shooting a video there tomorrow to show you what kind of facility that is. And I'm going to ask you to make this journey with me as I now combine good nutrition to take off that last 10 pounds I need to lose, and to get my body muscles and tones, and probably my attitude and my energy level will go up as well. So I look forward to making this trip with you. If you need some more information about what kind of a nutrition program I'm talking about, you can go to www.changeyourlifestylesite.com for more information. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate you tuning in.